The luck cloud, hiking and Barney. You make it your own with your luck and timing on the luck cloud.
Okay.
But I'm going to do a mark.
Yeah.
And then now it starts.
It starts.
It's official.
Here we go.
So,
how's it going, Sean?
you want to challenge your gut.
Yeah. I always feel like I feel a bit of imposter syndrome if I don't,
Okay.
Because
what do you mean about that?
Well, for one, I got over lactose intolerance. I used to be really allergic to milk. I would get a scab always growing near my eye.
Oof.
And at one point, I was just like, my body said, okay, you know what? We're going to get used to this one way or another.
Hey!
And I stopped. Oh, Barney unleashed.
Yeah, he was eyeing somebody.
Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all eyeing some buddies? Anyway, to make a longer story even shorter, I was going to say I overcame lactose intolerance. So if I could do that and only keep my indigestion in my pants, then most likely I'll have a little more luck with other things. So that was spicy food next, and now that I pretty much can eat any spicy food and not die.
Wow.
I think I'm going to try this.
It is a real challenge. So it's so for me, I cured my lactose intolerance by going gluten-free for a period of time. So I went gluten-free, and then I was able to deal with whatever, ice cream again. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ah! So I'm going to try to get down to to the river, because all these bikes is going to be a nightmare.
As a bicyclist myself, I will say it's annoying to have to, tell people to move.
Right?
Some of the pet peeves.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and the only reason I didn't want to do the Culver Stairs, I mean, obviously Barney was not allowed there, but also it was a goddamn nightmare. Get out of there.
Like parking-wise, or?
Parking and humans, and just I was like, oh, of course, it's a Sunday. People are out. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, not a lot of people are scared of this anymore.
No. I mean, I feel like, at least in California, the plague is over.
I keep talking to people about this, and they're like, "Oh, the pandemic's still going on."
Wow.
It's not even Florida folk. It's sometimes just people in California. So, I don't know what it is. I think this thing is at the point where it's becoming normalized, and we're going to end up having to take the vaccine as regularly as a tetanus shot or a hepatitis C.
Oh, sure. See if we can do this here.
Yeah.
Barney, stop being such a little beggar. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, there's a little ladder. We can do this.
Oh boy.
It'll be a little bit of a challenge, but we're gonna do it. Just because I don't want to be near these bike people. Ugh. Okay, settle down.
I can hold on.
Hold them for a second. Let me just get to a position where you can hand them to me.
Yeah. I'm Barney.
Okay.
Okay. I need to use my hand. All right.
Ugh.
Sean's making it happen. Sean and Barney. Man and dog. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
And now Barney doesn't have to be on his leash.
Can you grab my chicken?
Look at that.
There we go. That should have been painted. I hope somebody painted that.
Right? Like the
hand of God.
Hand of God.
Yeah. Oh, this is awkward. This is very awkward.
A little awkward.
Okay.
It's going to be a bit of a challenge getting up, but maybe what I'll do is I'll let you go up and then hand Barney up. But yeah, we got an hour before we had to make that decision.
I hear you. Oh, definitely can't eat the chicken now. Or I could. I just have to. I like to sometimes eat with my mouth,
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
So you haven't had breakfast yet. This is your breakfast.
This is my breakfast, yes.
Nice.
I mean, I had a couple of oranges, some tangerines.
Yeah?
Those are always fun. I used to eat the orange peels back in, like, track and field just for, I think, just out of sheer boredom.
More calories, baby. More calories.
Don't you know?
Yeah, I've eaten a lot of strange things. I feel like my gut's pretty healthy right now, so I never want to put it in like out of balance anymore. And I think that's like whatever. I used to be able to eat anything. I was a human garbage disposal. Old food or food off the ground. But then I'm just now in a place where there's a lot of things I just don't eat anymore, like sugar.
Because it gives you a certain reaction, and you don't really like that.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the scar up close?
Oh.
Yeah. So
that made my feet tingle.
So I'm going to try to take as good a care of myself as possible.
And I'll tell you what, that scar kind of gave me a bit of acrophobia. Right?
Yeah, right?
It was the Man on the Wire or some shit.
Yeah, speaking of the Man on the Wire, what do you think this is? I mean, there's obviously an encampment going on here. Is that just a rope swing going on?
I'm not entirely sure.
Wow.
It's nice that they're finding ways to have fun here.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It really, there's a part of me that makes this feels like a real post-apocalyptic, civilization thing, right? They got their little ladder here. They're hanging their cart there as like a security thing. Huh?
They have so many ladders.
Yeah. To be able to get up and down.
Do they sleep in?
I think the sleeping area is over there, and then all the stuff over there.
And the little rafters there.
Oh yeah, there's people up there too. Oh, does this guy have a little fucking webcam going on?
Wow. Our homeless people are swanking.
Well, but again, it's you gotta be super. Oh, look at that! It's almost like maybe he's not a fridge, but look at that! It's so incredible.
I swear to God, this will be an exhibit in MoMA before long.
You really just gotta get some fucking 2x4s or whatever, and
seriously,
boom, you got a house here.
We'll make it happen.
That's fantastic. Because I hike along the river a lot, and I'm always looking at the interesting ways in which people,
in which they orchestrate their lives.
Yeah, and I'm like, where would I want to live if it all fucking came down, and fucking, comedy couldn't support me.
You ended up going homeless?
Well, yeah, so, I've been homeless in the past. It'll happen again. Maybe not. No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to, create that.
Yeah, Barney here.
But it is one of my biggest fears. But I also, when I kind of look at how people can operate without a house, it seems pretty... Of course, it's rough, but, imagine the way we were living 200 years ago.
It's just the same old shit.
Yeah.
With consumer products.
Yeah.
It's inventive is what I think. I laud them at the same time as I feel for them, because, nobody deserves to have to go through such extreme and meager means just to survive.
Yeah, but I would say for sure, yes. This is, though, the byproduct of capitalism. If we had a sense of community and everybody was watching out for everybody else, there wouldn't be this kind of shit. But you got fucking, Bezos and fucking Musk are like, I need everything. Give it all. You don't need a house anymore. I need that house. It's gross.
Not to make too much light of it, but I would say that looked very much like a Broadway play or something like that. It looked like a set. Yeah,
we should call it, we should write that musical, and it should be called, The Bridges of Culver City. And then it's about a group of kind of unhoused But they're like all like former performers, so
Yeah,
they're all
just a
like dancers
hodgepodge
and
of performers
singers.
that went out of business because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And they lost their jobs and their homes and their loves, and they decided, fuck it, we're going to live the bohemian lifestyle.
Under a bridge on the Ballona Creek.
And then you bring in actual homeless people that have been there like before the pandemic, and then you see what their experience is like, and vice versa.
I mean, I've been kind of, doing a lot of this hiking. My buddy, do you know Goat versus Fish?
Yeah, sure. Michael Allen.
Yep.
Yeah.
He and I kind of started this podcast together. I'm branching out on my own. But we had this. The musical is Capitalist Dystopian Nightmare.
Oh,
Capitalist Dystopian Nightmare. And it is, where this is. I mean, you and I are doing okay, but that's because you're writing for a trucking company.
Yes.
Your creative energies.
Somehow they haven't run me over with a semi yet.
I tell you though, I think it would be amazing
If I got run over.
to write. James Cameron was a long haul trucker before
Was
he
he?
made before he made Terminator.
I guess you can see that.
Yeah.
There's the face for it.
And so, so he drove, and then he'd like think of his stories and write them down, and then he came back to Hollywood and fucking made his crazy movies.
Look at him go.
See, to me, it's funny because I feel like I always want to do like a space truckers kind of like sci-fi working class people.
Space truckers.
Yeah.
Howling cosmic stardust through the galaxy. I don't know why I made that to the tune of Team
I like it. Hauling cubic pigs.
Howling
pork.
cubic pigs across Uranus. I don't honestly think you know what? I'll tell you. I'll go ahead and say it. I'll make it official. I'll make this your podcast exclusive. I have so much more respect for trucking now that I have to write about it all the time.
Oh, sure.
It's such a fucked up industry. Because right now, the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse has eradicated almost like half of like the 700,000 people that were working for logistics. And I could be wrong with that number, but I do know.
Wait, because they couldn't pass drug tests?
Yeah, they're fucking going down hard. They're like, if you fail, you're fired.
And this
from your
is
job for a little bit.
they're making people for pot, right? They're firing people for marijuana, right?
Yeah, for pot, but even like for traces of alcohol and everything, it's like you have to be a fucking Mormon or some shit, It's.
Well,
I think definitely on the job. It's definitely mostly on the job.
Sure,
Yeah.
and I get that. But I would also say, to me, it's clearing the path for fucking Google trucks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wait, you said Google.
Or whatever, fucking robot trucks.
That would be interesting if Google did their own trucks, but autonomy is here for sure.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where I think, was Nikola or was Helion? It was one of those trucks companies. They're under a lot of Lordstown, but that's not even heavy duty. That's like a light duty like pickup, right? Mm-hmm. They got into like a big problem recently, and I think their stock might be going down because one of their trucks caught on fire, and I think it might have been set in autonomy mode. Maybe.
Well, again, like
Self-driving is a very tricky road.
nice. You use those analogies a lot in your writing. I think self-driving is here. It's here to stay. Here's one of my crazy ideas, and you can steal it if you want because I don't want to work in this industry.
I definitely won't, but I'm excited to hear it anyway.
So I call it robo insurance. And what it is if you're like, let's say, a trucker, that'd be a great thing. You pay into your robo insurance, whatever, $100 a year, $100 a month or whatever, and it builds a fund so that if your job gets taken by a robot, you can then file a claim. And this claim will, at first, it'll be like an unemployment thing. It'll support you, but then you'll be put into retraining programs, right? Where it'll set you up to be it'll set you up to be like a computer programmer, or maybe you'll be like a logistics supervisor.
This is kind of like a relocation sort of system.
Yeah, but
you're displaced truckers.
Yeah, but also any industry that has the potential to be robotified.
I guess, but they're never going to robotify sports.
Sure, there's already robot sports out there.
No, I know, but I mean like robot sports about them being robots, not robot sports about them.
Absolutely, anything that causes harm to humans.
Yeah.
The insurance companies will find a way to make humans not do it anymore.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's just whatever. It's their own selfishness and greed. They'll just make it more and more expensive to. Like this is why they don't offer insurance to wrestlers, right?
That's right. Yeah, they don't even have insurance.
Yeah, because it's dangerous, and they know they're going to get their bell rung, and it's like, So yeah, I was parked right over here when I talked to you over at 100 Thieves. I guess is they 100 Thieves runs Cash App. I did not realize.
Isn't that the film studio?
I thought 100 Thieves was a design company, but
Could be both.
Could be both. But there's the Cash App compound. Maybe it's two different offices. Maybe it's Cash App and 100 Thieves. But yeah, I was there. This place is just crawling with people right now, and I was like, I kind of knew it was going to be that.
I see a caravan of people just climbing up the stairs.
Yeah.
That's our spots, buddy.
But also, like that's even from this angle. You ever seen those pictures of when it's in season to go up to Mount Everest?
Yeah.
They have
with like the little flags and everything. Yeah.
No, yeah, but like literally, if you're going to climb Everest during the season, they give permits to 10,000 people. So as you're climbing up Everest, you're really just in a line with a bunch of other people climbing Everest.
It's like the world's longest escalator.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I want there to be a little.
So
bit of
I would definitely say. I would definitely. Do you wake up early to do any working out or anything like that?
To be honest,
yeah,
not enough. Not enough.
I was gonna say because these stairs are amazing. It's great to do, but with this kind of traffic, I feel like it would be like, ugh.
Or maybe towards the evening would be better. But I guess they might close early.
Well, I think that's part of town. Here's the thing. I used to come here. When was I coming here? I can't remember, but I had about a 3 or 4 month period where I was coming out. Oh, I know. I was living kind of local, and I had a 3 or 4 month period. This is just when I ended my homelessness. I was in a real shitty situation, so I was like, you know what? I am going to get in as good a shape as possible, and I come out here almost every day to just fucking do those stairs. And eventually I got to the point where I was able to do it 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times?
Really? Yeah, which is brutal. Like I was exhausted.
Yeah, it's a lot of cardio right there, bud.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
But even just looking at these people, I'm just like, ugh.
It's quite spellbinding.
It is. And then there's also like a bunch of like food trucks and stuff, and I'm like, not that I don't want to go anywhere that there's like food trucks waiting for me at the end of the hike, but that's definitely an indicator to me of like, oh, this is more of a carnival than it is like getting really outdoors.
Basically.
Fucking
you're gaining all the weight back from what you lost.
Exactly. People can't go fucking an hour and a half without their acai bowl.
No, how could they?
Or their fried chicken. Just kidding.
It's kind of like, I just wanted to get rid of it by my own means. You ever read, was it Grapes of Wrath?
Sure.
Where,
it's a real fucking depressing fucking grim book that they make you read in high school.
Okay, so I'm thinking of the right one then.
Yeah.
Because I get that one and Of Mice and Men confused way too often.
Well, Mice and Men is pretty grim too.
Damn it, now I don't know which one is where Candy refused to shoot his dog, so then somebody else did
Grapes
for
of
him,
Wrath.
and he always would get Grapes of Wrath. Okay,
Yeah.
I was right the first time.
Fucking Mice and Men is he had to shoot Lenny at the end.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. So Grapes of Wrath then. All right. So Candy has that old ass dog that probably will die someday. So they say. But somebody's like, yeah, you should just put the dog out of its misery right now. And it's like, no, I won't. And then somebody else did it for him, and then he felt bad because it's just like,
why wasn't I man enough
yeah,
to
why
murder
wasn't I
my
man
own
enough
dog?
to kill my own dog? That's right.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I kind of think about that a lot. It's like I'd rather go ahead and reap the benefits and or the side effects of eating microwave chicken from my car for 2 days, rather than have it left in the trash.
Sure.
One of these, you know, people that happens to be misplaced, the homeless people.
Yeah.
One of them eat it, and then they feel sick.
Sure.
I don't want them to feel any more sick just because of my negligence to refrigerate my food.
Sure.
You know, I'd rather go ahead and experience the pain and or the pleasure of this chicken myself. So in that case, I am shooting my own dog.
You're shitting it. It's interesting because I feel like, you know, I'm doing the calculus in my head, right?
Okay.
It's fried chicken. So most of so usually when things go bad, it's either because the moisture in the food isn't completely occupied, meaning usually we cook food to kind of bind up the moisture in the food so that bacteria can't get in. Also, because it's processed chicken and it's breaded, there's not much place, because rot is typically a bacteria, right? Yeah. A bacterial infection on the food. So you'll smell it. You'd be able to smell it right away if it was not good. And I think fried chicken is one of those things that keeps very well, despite being, you know, whether it's in a fridge or not.
Oh, so then I should be fine.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you think of all the ways that we prepare food, people were basically making all these food preparations so that because we didn't have refrigeration,
right,
to make them last longer. And you know, fried chicken was one of those preparations that made food last longer. I mean, that's everything. Spices, everything is just like extending the shelf life of food.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And now we just fucking throw some chemicals in it and, you know, basically we make it non-food.
It's dangerous how used to that we got, huh?
Yeah, well, this is why I appreciate the fact that you're challenging your immune system.
Yeah. In any case, I might even be an advocate for food and food safety. I should be the spokesperson for OSHA.
But I also just love the idea, like, to be the advocate of, like, eating food that's gone over, because that's, again, like, a lot of people that are into the like you know what freeganism is?
Freeganism?
Yeah, so it's people that are like basically dumpster divers. They will, as long as it's free, they'll eat it. That's why it's called freeganism.
Okay, I see.
So a lot of those people are like, well, restaurants and grocery stores throw away food that's still good all the time.
You know? That's true. I've seen a documentary about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a shame. With we definitely made the planet in a way that can what's the word I'm looking for? So you know, basically support 7.5 billion people. It's fine. We figured that out, and yet it's just a couple people that are like, no, you can't have that allow people to go hungry. You know, somehow Earth was able to create 7.5 billion people and feed them up to this point.
It's beyond anybody.
It's just a few people with guns that are stopping them from eating.
Ugh, those boomsticks.
Those boomsticks. Are you a fan of Army of Darkness?
Yeah.
How about the Evil Dead TV show?
I haven't watched that one yet, but I do see pictures of it online, and it looks pretty genuine.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's good. I think you'd like it. I mean, I found it to be a little bit over the top and predictable, but if you like whatever the Evil Dead aesthetic, boom.
I mean, just my favorite scene is that windmill scene, you know, when he's getting attacked by all the tiny versions of himself.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that all the time, but like with my own, I don't even have a split personality or anything, but just all the different things I worry about. Those spawn off into different versions of me, you know?
Yeah.
You've got the me that's concerned about comedy, then the me that's concerned about my job, and the me that's concerned about love and whatever that entails, you know? And they're all just kind of like picking at my ears, just trying to pull me in the direction of where they want me to go because they know that's where my equilibrium is located. And just,
Well, I tell you though that's a great way to look at it, but also like you should think of it more like, let's say, different versions of yourself, let's say in a video game, and you could add a little more power to each one.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Rather than being like, see, I think there's always ways of like framing our anxieties in a better way, a more positive way. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. There could be a positive way of looking at it.
Well, because I'm so healthy lately, my anxieties come back. It's crazy.
Is that really?
Oh yeah, but I have my therapist, which is a somatic experiencing person, has helped me redirect the idea that it's not anxiety. It's basically like my life force energy, and it can be excitement, it can be engagement, but typically I would label it as anxiety. And I'm just like going to try to stop doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing to realize.
Yeah.
I realized recently I was interacting with this one woman on a romantic level.
you are a romantic man.
To some degree, yeah. She has this almost amazing trait where she tends to feel so hard about the extremities of life that she regularly, likes to shed a tear.
Yeah.
Like she just does it for the heck of it, because she needs to emote. And I think that's so important that people are in touch with their emotions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You got to understand what does make you angry and what does make you sad in order to properly communicate that in any sort of relationship,
Yeah.
People genuinely want to know, hey, what pisses you off so that way don't do that. And you got to be able to tell them.
Yeah. Exert your boundaries.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry I missed the mic on Friday.
No, it's all good. It's pretty.
Speaking of boundaries.
Pretty cozy. You came yesterday.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I'm so ready to get just back up on stage.
Oh yeah? You want to get back to live?
Yeah, there's a Comedy Nook. She's got slots going on.
Oh.
I'm gonna start doing that. Wait, but you do a mic tomorrow, right?
I do a mic today.
Today, what time?
It's at 4 p.m. today, technically.
At Penmar?
Yes, at Penmar Park. I still got
Cool.
design the poster. But yeah, it's at Penmar. It's at 4.
I will probably come by.
Cool. Yeah, we'll be happy to have you.
I'm gonna take a pee right here.
Okay. I'm gonna eat my chicken.
I can't. It's real. I can't hide. There's nowhere else I can go.
Well, maybe you can make it look like you're talking on the phone, but you have it on speaker near your waist.
I mean, ultimately, it's like
buy, sell. Psst.
People just got to do their thing.
I don't think anybody will judge.
Oh yeah.
Well, it hasn't killed me yet. Watch out for that glass. Watch out. Whoa. Okay.
He's pretty good.
Barney's pretty nimble.
Yeah.
Man.
He's the worst thing he gets in his paws is like there's like a certain hike I go on where he gets a little
Hitchhikers?
like burrs, yeah.
Oh, burrs. Ooh.
Yeah, little spiky things in between his toes.
And does it hurt him? Does he start to kind of?
So he'll do like a little funny walk, and I'll be like, "Oh, come here, bud.
It's a funny walk.
Come here. Let me pull this thorn out of your hoof."
How long does it take to pull them out, or is it?
That's just real quick. I mean, it's just he just gets it in, and he just will start walking funny, and I'll pull it right out.
Nice.
I don't think he's a pretty fearless adventure dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I gotta say, he is quite spry. I could see him surviving in some sort of adaptation of Frightful's Mountain.
Look, he's gonna roll around in something funky smelling over there.
Oh,
what are you doing,
why don't you
creep?
Roll in Funky Town.
I bet you there was a dead animal there.
What?
Yeah, or something. I mean, it could just be like goose poop. Grody.
This is adorable.
It is, isn't it? But he's so gross.
Barney, you rolling? keep.
Yeah.
Look at he's
Something
digging
there.
it.
Yeah, there's something there. That's why I think it's got to be a dead animal.
It's got to be a dead animal.
So they, obviously they do that instinctually because they want to smell like something else, right?
It's imposter syndrome.
Yeah, well, no, they want to. They want to put on a disguise.
Imposter
so that other animals will not hunt them down.
What's up?
So, and like the little squeak toys that dogs have? That's just the sound of like a little bird or a little prey being squeezed to death.
All right.
But
it
that sounds
excites them.
that sound's got to sound amazing in their head though. Like, oh, I'm killing this thing. But nobody likes to think about that about their little animal, their little cutie. That he's got some kind of
Their little Tootsie Pop.
that he's got some kind of killer instinct going on. So I think we'll get to this little graded area here, then we'll turn around.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's actually very convenient for us to be hanging around here. Oh, that was a good song. You ever listen to that by Counting Crows?
Which one?
One goes, this is like, say the baby, I'll be hanging around.
Oh yeah.
Hanging around, been hanging around this town in the corner. What is that? Oh, is it one of those gas-powered electric bikes?
Yeah. Super obnoxious.
Man, I feel like I'm in some sort of Robert Altman movie right now.
Oh, because of the sound design?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I don't know, I liked Counting Crows a lot. There's that one song, the first one I think I ever heard actually, was their rendition of Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh yeah.
It's just that percussion in there, man. It's so beautiful.
They are very talented.
Why do you feel like bands like them and like Dave Matthews Band are a little looked down on by the public quo?
Well, first off, it doesn't matter because they're making more money than most of the bands that the people like. So I think it's just anything that gets too popular is the hipster parts of the culture are like, well, it can't be good if everybody likes it.
Oh.
I have a little bit of that attitude.
Do you know?
Well, but it's what I mean is like, so let's say Marvel movies.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
They're fine. Whatever. I don't like them because I think they're military propaganda.
Oh, they are military propaganda.
Yeah, so
it's kind of what they talk about in The Boys.
Yeah.
It's a TV show about
Yeah,
superheroes
so
gone bad.
that's part of why I don't like them. Also, I don't like them because the stakes are so high that you know that the world isn't going to end at the end of it.
That's a good point.
And all the characters are fucking flat. So, when you make something that appeals to everybody, I think you shave off a lot of the idiosyncrasies and personal aspects of the work to be popular. So that's for me. But again, pop is popular for a reason. It makes people not think about their problems.
Sure.
It makes people just want to be transported by the song.
It's essentially a more popular concept to listen to Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind and to think about your impending divorce, which is also semi-charmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like you can find people's individuality and personality in their work. But I feel like Dave Matthews is just he knows how to write a good melody and he knows kind of the limits of his voice and he can write to that. But I don't think he's writing anything too personal.
No.
But he is writing from the standpoint of things that make him feel good or like or that he like it's like just like the birthday song. The birthday song, it's fun to sing because everybody knows the lyrics, you know what I mean, or whatever.
It's essentially the world's most popular song.
Yeah,
because it keeps getting sung every fucking day.
But it's got nothing to it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like trying to think of a really dark, like the day the music died. That's a very melancholy song.
Oh man, I don't think I've listened to that one.
Bye, bye, Miss American
Oh, that's American
Pie.
Pie. I was going to say, I always knew it as
American Pie.
no, bye these Uranian Jedi. Or no, there's this one. Oh my god, it's one of my favorite Weird Al songs. He does a cover of American Pie, but it's about Star Wars. It's like, did you know his drunken sailor wasn't even old enough to shave, but he could use the Force, they say. Ah, do you see him hitting on the Queen, though he's just 9 and she's 14? Yeah, he's probably gonna marry her someday. Well, I've heard how fast your pod can go, and I've heard you programmed C-3PO. They interviewed the kid. Dreaming they forbid, 'cause in him Yoda sensed in him much fear. And Qui-Gon Jinn said, listen here, just stick it in your pointy ear. I still believe this boy. We started singing, my, this Uranian guy. Maybe later, someday Vader, but for now, small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, singing, soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. It was such a fucking good song, dude. Oh.
I mean, here's the genius of Weird Al. He takes a song that's already great and adds pop culture lyrics to it in a way that make you go like, I can really identify with this.
For sure.
I just want to see what's around this corner. We don't have to walk through the water.
Yeah, we're not Jesus Christ, are we?
I mean, I do it, but I also have the shoes for it. Oh,
okay.
Just here. If you could just stay close, maybe you won't get too wet.
I'm gonna have to close my chicken, though.
But it's pretty awesome.
Hang on a second. Let me close my chicken.
Is it too much?
Give me a second. All right. Okay. Do I have my shoelaces out?
Everybody also like step on the little cold brew thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but look.
Oh, fuck, wow.
Yeah, right?
This would be great to do a comedy show, I'll tell you what.
I tell you, see, you got this is exactly what I want to hear.
Got my business.
If you want at any time to hit me up for secret places to do comedy shows, let me know. I got at least a half dozen of them. Look at the vines hanging down.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, this is spectacular.
Wow. Oh, my God. I like the graffiti on the wall, I like the leaves on the floor.
Oh, this is fan-fucking-tastic. This is what I do, though. This is what my hikes are. I'll just start heading in a direction. I'll go past as many barriers as I can. And I'll just,
So cool.
I mean, we're only going to go until it gets dark, and then we'll turn around.
Right. We'll go where we never can come back.
Right, buddy? Good boy, Barney. Hello.
Echo.
Oh, this is creepy.
I'm gonna try that one song. Which one is it? Is that? Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. And then the music died. Wow, it is too dark.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Oh, this is very scary. Okay, that's enough for me.
It is a little scary. I can't tell what's beyond there.
That's enough. I was just like, what
like
if there are some
gigantic
fucking
river there? But man, this is.
What if there's some mutants down here?
You said some nudes?
Mutants.
Mutants. Oh, this is a cool picture. Take a look at this picture I took of y'all.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow. Makes you look like some sort of alter ego.
Oh, you know me.
Sean Cules. There's Hercules and then there's Sean Cules.
Look at this. The fucking vines.
Yeah, you would have thunk urban Tarzan would have been here.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely if you were to shoot a movie where...
this is where you want to go for the big fight scene. Or maybe a training. It would be good training.
Exactly.
But
also anything like this, this is a defendable position,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Man, I feel like we just unlocked a cheat code or some shit, you know?
Fuck yeah, it's like I'm going to compare it to the video games I used to play, like Spirit Destiny and Doom, where you're pushing against the wall and pushing against the wall and pushing against the
Find a
wall.
secret entrance.
Yeah. That's how long it's been since I've PC gamed. And that was also like first generation Doom. I know they're still out there doing iterations of that shit. Come on, watch out. Grody. Gross dog.
Sorry. Okay. Move.
Yeah, next time I'll warn you about where.
That's fine. I mean, my shoes already look quite swampy as it is. So.
They're a swampy color.
Swampy colors.
I love anything to do with any of the rivers in LA.
They're very underrated. What do you think of that? They had that race in Greece. A Greece race.
The white race? No, I'm just kidding.
Not the country.
What do I think about?
I'm thinking about the when they put their cars in the LA River and were doing like a drag race. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen footage of it. There's a lot of weird stuff goes down in the river.
Yeah, I heard even like the mafia has like a little like concubine of systems to bury the dead or something.
Probably.
I might have read that on Atlas Obscura.
But also, if you ever want to go to the Sepulveda Dam, it's pretty spectacular out there.
Yeah, I've never been to Sepulveda Dam.
Duck. No goose.
Goose! You hear that like echo right there? It's like a little bit of a reverb.
Hey! Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Moses supposes the roses are bloses, but Moses supposes erroneously.
So, Florida, was it always Florida?
Yeah. Oh, I was raised in Florida.
And then how long
born
you been
in
in
the
that?
valley, technically.
Born in where?
The Westlake Village over there.
So you're born here, then your family was like, we got to get the fuck
moved 2
out of
months
here.
later because my dad found a job designing some of the attractions for the theme parks that we're starting to build.
What? Your dad is a
He's a structural engineer. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, like, his claims to fame are pretty much the Harry Potter castle in Orlando. He designed that.
But and then was that okay? So, as a structural engineer,
Yeah.
So he basically got the artist came up with their
Yeah, they came up their
doohickeys.
rendition, and he made it like a structural possibility. I remember him showing me the blueprints early on and the freaking miniature scale model he did.
Wow.
It's a whole big thing. Every day I'd walk by in school, I'd always see another part of the castle being built because my high school was right across from Universal.
Well, I mean that makes sense because your dad was working there.
Yeah.
You know. That's amazing.
And he did a couple other stuff. He did like the arm of Triton or whatever. What's his name? The arm of Poseidon.
Oh yeah.
Poseidon. They have a whole area called the Lost World, which kind of joins hand in hand with Sinbad's village. This is all very internal Orlando stuff. It's not here in the other park. But it's all like Greek based. Talking about Greece. And he designed the arm there. Had a trident. And besides that, I think the only other thing he did.
What? Get it.
Oh.
Go get it, Barney.
Is he gonna get the waterboard?
Maybe.
Oh, that's adorable.
You're right. Good boy. That was awesome. I like how you just put your paw on it. Just paw. He's in that mode. He's like, he knows we're turning back here. We got something. We got something for you to chase. Get it.
An old boot.
Go get it, Barney. No? Ow.
At least
stop.
he's not eyeing too much of my chicken now.
Oh, he was the whole time. Yeah, up until now. So wait, so do you have any engineering in you?
No, I don't like engineering very much.
Did you ever do any
electrical engineering?
any classes or whatever?
No, I mean I can draw, but even
Like CAD drawing or
even
whatever?
these days, if I end up having to draw a background or a building or something, I have to use a guide or some sort of rotoscope technique. Man, your nails are amazingly manicured.
Yeah, I had to go get a mani-pedi after I got my...
That's right. Yeah, you didn't say that. Whoa.
Here, Brady, get it. He's like,
Hey,
this
made
is
the
dumb.
effort. Look at that.
This is dumb. Why are you making me get this dumb
What's
thing?
up? I'm not going to give him the chicken because I'm pretty sure it might hurt him, I'm guessing.
Well, if it's on the bone, but if you've got some, if you want to tear a piece off for him,
Only with your demand.
do it.
Okay.
As long as there's no bone in it.
Well, there's one with the bone.
Yeah, don't give him that one.
I don't know which one to give him.
Let me see here. Oh, here. Give him a little bit of this.
Man, your nails are sparkling.
Right. Hey, up. Good boy. The joke I've been doing is, now it means I have to get this kind of nail polish every time I do it.
Yeah.
It's like being milked when I jerk off. It's like being milked by a sexy robot.
Huh. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Because then they make robotic jizz on your hand. Metallicism.
Yes.
Very fun.
Metallic jism.
Metallicism. Also, it could kind of be like a reason why you choose to be very careful with showing your hands. Hence why you always show your cat paws, Yeah.
Lead with the cat paws and then eventually show my hands.
Yeah.
Get it. No? Okay.
I don't usually like to show my own paws because I think this is the color of my nails is personal information.
It's a possibility. Hey, Duck.
What's quacking?
The day the Jedi died.
If you're putting this on your pod, I don't want to play the song because then I don't want to get you flagged.
Don't even worry about it.
Okay. Well,
It's like...
I feel like Amelia Bedelia right now. You ever read that book?
No, I'll say it's before, it's after my time.
Oh man,
I'm so old.
Amelia Bedelia. I had to read her back in freaking Catholic school, right? Because they were very restrictive about their
What you
literature.
can read, yes.
Yeah, no, but
Grapes of Wrath and Amelia Bedelia.
yeah. So Amelia Bedelia, it was this maid who would just basically do whatever anybody said, but like exactly. So like, give me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like an idiom, like would be, don't count your eggs before they hatch or something, right? Whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Or don't put all your eggs in one basket. So like, somebody would just say that to her offhandedly, and then she'd be like, okay, I'm going to take every egg that has ever come out in existence and put it each in one basket. So then she'll have like 50 baskets for each one with one egg,
Yeah.
And it's just, she's a little goofy like that, so.
Sounds like she was autistic.
Maybe. Maybe. In which case, they're equal opportunity employers or something.
Yeah. Get it. No?
Yeah.
You are a dirty dog. You're getting a bath today, buddy.
What do you figure about the whole cancel
culture?
Cancel culture. Like, do you think it's bloated beyond repair, or?
I think people aren't really getting canceled, especially, but whatever. T.J. Miller's still touring.
Sure.
Louis C.K.'s still touring.
Yeah.
They're just not going to get the opportunities, let's say, to be on Silicon Valley anymore or make creepy movies anymore. But they still have an audience. I mean, one of my favorite comedians growing up, and I know this one's a tough fucking sell, is Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, I love Dice. You kidding me?
Dice is the best.
He's so funny.
But
Hickory dickory dock.
This bitch was sucking my cock. But, it's like, in the early days, you can still sense that he's doing a character.
Right.
Right? It's in our current culture, people are having a hard time seeing him as the clown that he is. Right?
I think it's hilarious though, because like he and Eleanor get into like arguments on Instagram all the time.
Oh yeah,
and it's just kind of fueled by like their past lover, current best friendship. And it's just like, it's too funny. Honest to God.
He's he was the GOAT for a short period of time. You know, when he was selling out Madison Square Garden, that was like, how can this fucking Goomba be selling out fucking MSG? You know, but
Right.
he's talented. He does the writing. He does the work. He's got a very particular voice.
He's got the style. as
So
well.
he was the original person that they wanted to cancel. But he's still making fucking money.
Sure.
He
Yeah, that
just-
TV show.
He had a TV
for
show a
while.
couple years
Yeah.
ago. You know?
He's doing pretty good for himself.
But, and again, like, he's now at a place where they attempted to cancel him, and he just found his audience and made money off of his audience. And then in the new iteration of Dice, it's kind of like him being a big dumb idiot, saying his big dumb idiot things, and then in his TV show, his friends and girlfriend or whatever calling him out for being a big dumb idiot. You know, which is like, that's the proper course for like these old alpha males, right?
Yeah.
They have to look like big dumb idiots in their dotage, where when he was a kid, he was trying to act cool, you know? Again, like, if you just look at him, he just looks like he looks like a grandpa that's trying to hold on to his fucking youth, you know what I mean?
It's
So yeah,
admirable, though. I mean, you almost wonder, had he still been alive, if Sam Kinison would have found himself in a similar perspective. Because that guy was also controversial.
sure. And I think, it's hard to say. I think he was sensitive enough to the culture to be able to change if he needed to.
Yeah.
But I'll say it's probably the best analog is somebody like Roseanne, right? Because I think that they have somewhat similar careers. They kind of came up during the same time, and they kind of had similar, like almost like fuck you voices to the culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, whatever, she had her TV show, and then she went and bought a macadamia nut farm in Hawaii, and she basically told the world to fuck off. She can do whatever the fuck she wants now.
Basically.
Yeah, she got fired from her own TV show.
I do think there should be such a thing as reform, not necessarily just like, oh, you're off forever. Because, I mean, there's some, I guess, depending on the person, it's a case-by-case
Sure,
basis.
it's case by case, and I think it is a double-edged sword.
Right.
I think that, get it, kill it, Barney, yeah! So when they do that thing, when they swing it around like that?
Why do they do that?
They're trying to break the neck of the animal they just caught.
It's a very carnal rage, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
for us, it just looks adorable.
That's so cute. Oh, you think you're killing that? Get it! Get it! Get it! Your toy's in the... Wow!
Don't attack me!
It's okay to attack me, Barney. Here, Barney. Right here, get it.
Oh, you just tossed some sewer water over to my chicken.
It's creek water.
That is creek water. Some creek water, I suppose. That's
But I think that there are real monstrous sociopaths out there. Real creeps. Like, let's say Woody Allen. That guy is a real... Or Harvey Weinstein. Real creeps. Yes. Now, obviously, Harvey is in jail. So he's literally canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate
He's canceled
cancel.
from enjoying life.
Yeah.
That's all you are when you're in jail.
And Woody's too old to do anything anymore, so it's time. Okay, let's beat the fuck out of this old man. Like, let's make it so nobody really gives a shit about his movies anymore, because he was making them as a rapist or whatever, as a creep.
Yeah.
But then, like somebody like, let's say, a T.J. Miller, who, not that I'm going to excuse his behavior. Because I do think if you listen to his comedy and kind of like watched his career, he's got something very off about him. And maybe it has to do with that tumor that he had.
He had a tumor?
Yeah, he had some crazy tumor.
Oh.
And maybe, so, I look like, I have this whole brain injury theory of comedy. And he falls into that. But maybe whatever happened to him made him lose a bit of the empathy or compassion as a human being, but also maybe that's what makes him funny as a comedian.
Yeah.
And I'd say as long as he doesn't try to weasel his way back into the mainstream culture without, some kind of redemptive display,
Yes.
then he's going to just go and have his career with the people that like him.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he has his audience, he's still going to end up making money somehow.
Yeah.
So,
And-
if it has to be independent, so be it. Just as long as, like, maybe in the future, hopefully he avoids behavior that makes people think, hey, T.J. Miller's not a good guy.
And I think that the fear, and again, like the fear of being canceled, right? This is not an organic thing. This is a corporate amplified voices of kind of this, what's the word I'm looking for? Neoliberal cultural battle, right? Because on some levels, I'd say if you harbor racism in your heart, other races should be able to buy your shit, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, there's your audience. Go and sell shit to racist people.
Yeah, be amongst your own.
Yeah. I think when it comes to like corporations, they have to be very sensitive to who they're giving their money to now because of this neoliberal assault on the culture. Because we still, get it, Barney.
Let's go for the
That's
balloons.
awesome.
Go for the balloons. Go for
Get
it,
him, Barney.
Go for it. Don't let those balloons destroy you. Oh, man.
Good boy. Yeah, we've been to parts of the river before where he's gone, like walked across it like that, and it starts getting deep in a way that I'm like, I don't know if I want to go across it and get him. But
Does he ever just sit down and he's like, you come over here?
Well, no, but there is a part of the river over at Griffith Park where he chases the birds in like a big circle, and he will stay there and do it for like 20 minutes, and I'm just kind of like pulling my hair out like, okay. I can't catch him because every time I try to go get him, he just runs off. And I'm like, well.
Sure, he thinks you're trying to play with him.
Or yeah, maybe, but also I think he's just like, I'm having fun. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Let me chase these goddamn birds. Right, bud? Look at that. You're a funny
He's
dog.
having a good time looking at
Yeah,
him.
he loves the river.
He must have such a developed immune system to every single germ we'd be afraid of interacting
with
with.
both of us. I mean, I'm out here too. I'm not going to drink the water, but
Sure, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that like, by being more out in your surroundings, you kind of develop an immunity. I figure those people that are living up in the bridge there, they at this point, they're either super
That's why you
sick or
can't
they're
fucking kill fucking
resistant.
homeless people. They're the fucking hardiest motherfuckers out there. You know? I mean, yes, there are a lot of people that end up there because of they're sick, but it's all the people that are just their brains are fucked up. Those people will fucking live forever.
It's crazy how resilient they are. You know? Like
It's the way we're supposed to be living.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your attitude around this, Danny.
Oh, do you?
Because I'm in my head I always call myself a dirt person.
Person of the dirt.
Yeah, and I'll tell you. Okay, you want to hear one of my secrets? One of the reasons I love getting my nails done is because I don't have to fucking clean underneath them as much.
Oh, well.
You can't see the dirt.
Well, you probably do have to clean it. You just don't see the dirt.
Well, I mean, meaning it's like I will, whatever. I keep my hands washed and showered, blah blah blah.
That's foolhardy.
But then, let's say in the middle of the day, if I see some dirt under my nail, I'm just like, I feel like so exposed.
It's like instead of cleaning it out, I'm gonna get a mani pedi.
Fuck yeah.
That's admirable. I like that shiftiness.
I could be extra dirty. But back to cancel culture. I think that corporations have to be very careful, about what they're making money on.
Yeah.
So, yes, Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, Dave Chappelle.
Even ordinary, run-of-the-mill comics, Stephen Colbert. He almost got canceled for this whole thing with the Chinese impression or something on Colbert Report.
Sure, but again, if he can come out later on and say I was wrong for doing that, I'm sorry I'm sorry that I offended people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ever do that again.
You can move on.
Yeah, but I was saying Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney and Dave Chappelle and all these guys have bought mansions just dropping the N-bomb. But it's okay. Like, we're not going to cancel them. But they did kind of cancel Chappelle in the sense, not just from the trans stuff, but he had to run away from his own show because they were pushing him in a say the N-word more direction.
Yeah.
So he basically had to be like, oh, people are watching my show for the wrong reasons. And that's why he lost his mind and left his show.
He had to stick to his guns.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like people are more likely to self-cancel if they feel like their chi is being used for wrong purposes.
Yeah, somebody's riding the coattails or whatever.
Yeah. But I think as you know, you and I as you're a young comedian, but I'm a young comedian in the sense that whatever. I don't have a special. I don't have a TV show.
That doesn't mean you don't deserve a TV show.
Well, thank you. Let's get on that.
Special.
Let's get on that. Somebody had a bike accident. Yeah. But I mean, for me, the thing that I want to attack the culture about is like, let's say, fuck the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Fuck the fucking government. Fuck the corporations. Fuck billionaires. Fuck the white supremacy. But like, I have to approach it in this very much like, I've benefited from this system. You know, like I talk about this a lot.
To a certain degree, you are underneath the pressure of their big thumb. You know. So
yeah. Well,
at the same time, fuck those motherfucking backstabbing cunts. This is DJ by the transplants. But yeah, I would say your best bet is just realizing what you can take and what you can
also,
give.
This is one of my other favorite features of the river.
Oh,
these like conglomerations of fucking growth.
Look at all that.
Right? So yeah, some water has trickled down here,
oh my God.
And all these plants are just like, this is where we live.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's fucking beautiful. There's one back there, and they make little waterfalls sometimes. Like actually, you can see the water dripping just a tiny bit.
This gives off like very high school vibes. Like this is where you would come with your friends when they first wanted you to
smoke pot,
smoke a bowl.
Yeah. I mean, these are my favorite places. Were my favorite places to come when I was younger. Just get away from it.
These are the real attractions of LA.
Are there like aqueducts in Florida?
I don't go to many aqueducts in Florida.
Yeah, I think they don't need aqueducts. Well, the reason this whole system is here in LA is because there was a lot of flooding from the Los Angeles River in the 20s and 30s. So they built these concrete channels. Well, you were saying something like, I deserve a special. What is this?
Oh, yes. Back to stroking your ego. Okay. TV pitch right off the dome. Here we go. I think you should be in a workplace comedy about a courier lifestyle. Like just being a Postmates guy.
Okay.
Like you always have your dog around because it's an emotional support animal.
Nice.
And the real reason you're biking around is because you want to be able to become a professional cyclist one day. Just like your grandfather in your home country of Ukraine. A
fat 50-year-old guy trying to become a professional cyclist.
Dude, you have no idea. People that fit that description get a lot of play in Europe. I'm sure of it.
Oh, sure. Well, no,
women swarm
sure.
you over there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think once this pandemic thing sorts itself out, I don't know if I want to. What's that guy's name that went to Australia? Ari
Shafir?
No. Ari. We never hear of him anymore because he just makes all his money in Australia now.
REI?
But then you got people like, was it Greg Proops?
Yeah.
Basically lived in England for years, and who was the other one? I was just sort of seeing him on a fucking...
Ronnie Chiang goes over to Australia a lot. He has a big audience there because that's where he had his show developed on ABC. Yeah. But yeah, there should be international acclaim. There's a show about, what's his name? Is it Mo Gad? No, I'm sure. Gad Edel.
Oh, yeah.
Edalmahe?
Yes. Yeah.
He's French, right?
Yes.
And it's just like this Netflix show is about, big in France or whatever. So he moves to America. He's trying to reconnect with his, I think, son or whatever. And he's just not big in America. Even though if he's a top comedian in France, he has to almost start over from square one in the USA. So.
Yeah, so he was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
That's right, with Jerry Seinfeld.
With Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah. Actually, well, I mean, here, this is part of the show, us walking around, and I think the real show that I would want is get a camera crew to come along on these things and, script a little part of it where some crazy shit happens.
That would be fun, yes. And we have that, that type of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, boom, 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 boom. I don't know if I can do the show. Boom, 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 boom.
No, we go for a walk, and as we get to that secret tunnel back there, maybe there's a fucking mutant fucking attacks us. Or
After the break, what's in this tunnel? Oh my gosh, it's a zombie. Ah!
Yeah. And then it's mostly like it's 80% podcast or 80% of us talking, and then something happens, and we're like, how we deal with it. And then as we're fucking walking back to the car or whatever, we're like, oh, that was fucking crazy.
That was pretty crazy. But I think I've learned something today.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned that true friends won't leave you in the dark.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. There's something there.
Yeah.
We got to pitch that to TLC.
I mean, I feel like Rob Hubel did Do You Want to See a Dead Body for YouTube?
Oh, Rob Hubel is funny, man.
He's amazing.
I saw him back in February, right, when they still had UCB Franklin open.
Oh, yeah.
Or actually, I think that's the last one open, technically.
Yeah. I mean, they think they still have
no, Sunset
something in New York.
Maybe in New York.
Yeah, but they don't have all their facilities. They just have
no. But I was at UCB Franklin with my ex, and they were doing like this Facebook show where him and I think two other comedians,
Paul Scheer and fucking maybe Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh yeah, maybe
it was, and it's Facebook, their Facebook show.
Oh, so you've seen the show before.
Oh, yeah. I was actually, a featured guest.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
So then you saw it, right. So they pointed at me because I was starting to fall asleep because I had to get some rest for my night job, in which I worked from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I was basically going immediately after that show with my girlfriend at the time to Burbank to work. But I was enjoying the show. I was falling asleep. They pointed at me. They're like, hey, you. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, hey, come up here. We're going to take your Facebook and make light of it. And
nice. That'll make you pay attention.
Yeah, I think the weird thing is that my Facebook wouldn't load, and I was kind of happy about that ulteriorly because, I don't have that much of an interesting Facebook. I don't go on it very often. So they ended up just taking aspects of my life, and I told them about me being bit by a dolphin, and then they did like a little dolphin impression. It was
nice.
It was fantastic. And then I was embarking for a show like a couple days later, and I see one of them walk by. I'm like, hey, let me get a picture, man. It was so funny to see you, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, I remember you. You had the fucked up dolphin story. And
so it's Rob. It's usually Paul Scheer is the one operating. Was it Gabrus? Was he there?
I don't think John Gabrus was there, no.
Let's see who else does that show. But the problem is I don't know anybody of the new crew because I've been taking classes or going to UCB since when they first got to LA, and nobody knew what it was. I could walk into any of those shows any night of the week. There was never any line. I could walk into an ASCAT.
Oh,
yeah.
So you got rights there. You're part of the
I applied. I auditioned for Herald team.
Sure.
A couple times, but it's like at a certain point, it's like. I don't want to say I could see the writing on the wall, but I had friends that were, kind of tried to build their career off of being on Herald teams. And it was like, it's a lot of work. You don't get very many opportunities. And you got to pay to be on a fucking Herald team.
That's right.
You got to pay your coach. And I was just like, oh, it's a fucking scam.
Yeah.
It's a fucking scam.
I think it's just the very rare instance that these Herald teams will be witnessed by execs from NBC and all that. And
I think they've hired. I think they've hired mostly everybody out of UCB that they can. That's I think they exhausted that well.
Sure, and Groundlings too. I remember.
Yeah, well, Groundlings was the original.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Second City was the original. Then Groundlings. Then a little bit of IO. Then UCB.
It kind of fucks me up still that the IO sign is still there. You ever drive past it?
Yeah. I was there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that just wants to go and steal the fucking...
Same!
You know, let's plan a heist.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Next one will be
So
a
here's
hike
the way you
heist.
do it. You just pull up in a work truck
Yeah.
in fucking coveralls, and you go and you set it up as if you're supposed to be there.
Right, like we're
Right.
doing maintenance. But
Yeah. And you just take it. I do have a... it's interesting. Now, even though we're admitting to our crime on mic, I don't care.
I kind of want to do it, honestly.
So I do have a friend who's a neon sign guy.
Yeah.
That I think if we got him out, he could tell us exactly how to...
Got him out. You mean he's in jail?
No, out to the site.
Oh, I was going to say.
No.
But first, to get this sign, we're going to have to break a fella out of
Wouldn't
prison.
that be great?
Man, that would be so legit if we did that. I'm down. And the thing is, how do we divvy up the sign? Because I obviously want to cut at the share. So do we just like take one of those clickers, the soldering?
No,
I don't know what
I think
those are.
it's like the Heisman Trophy or the Stanley Cup. You just
okay.
have it for a period of time.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, like, if either of us had I want to start doing a mic in my yard.
Oh, okay, then
put-
have it there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put it out there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be really great if you.
You got my number. Hit me up. We'll make a plan.
We gotta find somebody with a truck though. That's the only.
I've got a truck.
Okay, you got a workman's truck.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
You know, we just gotta.
And I got the people for the job.
Do you really?
I do know some people that would be interested in helping out. I'm sure.
I mean, we just need people with fucking skill, like
Yeah.
probably electrician skills, is what I'm thinking. Okay, now we got to get Barney back up this ladder.
Oh, we're here again.
We'll figure it out.
That was quick. That was a good little.
Yeah, about an hour 15.
Very nice.
Yeah.
This is very convenient because my riding partner lives right down the street, and I got to head over there.
Is that Travis?
Yes.
He lives out in this neighborhood? Nice.
Yeah, he lives over there off of Venice and Westwood.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
a little taco place right there. I might even give him. Oh, I can't give myself tacos now. But I got bubbly. I'm going to give him some bubbly because he likes it when I bring bubbly sparkling water.
Nice. It's the only thing that keeps him from drinking beers.
I mean, he still drinks beers. You know, that's not going to stop him.
Okay, let's let you go up first.
Okay.
And then if I need to hand Barney to you, we'll do that.
All right, can you hold my chicken?
Yeah, girl, you know that. I'll fucking
Yeah.
choke it. I'll hold it. Whatever you need.
Hold my
I'll pet it like a sweet
chicken.
little baby.
All right. As Daniel ascends the metal stairs, he looks back on his life with a feeling of nostalgia, woe, and indigestion from Ralph's fried chicken. Oh,
As long as you just as long as you don't shit. So yeah, stay right there.
okay.
Come here, bud. Come here. Good boy.
So we're doing this. Okay. Oh boy, I feel like I'm being handed Simba. This is gonna be a little tough, Sean.
You got it. You got it.
Hold on a second.
You got it. Okay.
1, 2, 3. All right. There we
good.
go, buddy.
He's used to it. Good boy.
Am I used to it?
Oh,
That's
now
the
you guys are
Hey,
friends.
hey, buddy.
Friends for life. He's like,
buddy.
I'm dirty and wet.
I saved you.
saved my life.
Now in return, you're covering me in germs. I feel
Look at
love. Are you going to
What
pee
a
on me?
sweetie
What
pie.
is going on?
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna stand up.
yeah.
He's
what
gonna be
a-
your cheerleader here. He's gonna want to see it. Make
What
it.
a sweetie pie. Hello.
Hey, buddy. Oh, you're such a good boy.
He is. You did it, buddy.
So docile, in a way.
No, he knows because we've done a lot of really tough hikes.
Yeah.
So he knows that at a certain point, it's like he's just going to be handed up
Yeah,
some incline.
he braces his body for it. He's prepared.
Yeah.
What do you figure this building is for? Why is it?
Oh, it's parking.
Design.
It's parking for whatever that shitty like office area.
Really?
Yeah. Whatever. There's a bunch of agencies, and it is just one of the ugliest pieces of architecture in LA.
Oh.
And it's going to be the parking structure for it. Oh,
Huh?
look at that. So ugly.
You're so ugly. Yes,
That's the thing is like this part of LA has some of the ugliest architecture.
Is that a fact?
Oh, so gross.
Well,
Look at that.
You know, I think this is one of the more recent ones to finish completion, I'm guessing, right? Like this is the newest part of LA? What would you say? Or
Newest what?
The newest neighborhood of LA. Because they always have neighborhoods popping up.
Sure,
so
sure. It's funny. In all parts of LA, there are new and old parts. Like Culver City goes all the way back, I think, as a city to the 20s.
Yeah. I've done everything.
So you parked on this side?
Yeah, I parked over yonder.
Great.
Done everything I could that chicken. It's done for. Yeah, you're saying there is like some new parts, some old parts?
Yeah, so I mean, let's say Culver was founded in the 20s because of when they moved all the studios from New York.
Yeah.
All the movie studios. So there's Culver Studios and then whatever. So there's the 20s. And they came out here for the sunlight. So there's a lot of parts of it that go back that far. But then just everything in LA, there's always something new.
There's always a developing part of it.
The little fencing boy is in love with my dog.
Yeah. On guard. Let me
petite
take you out
chienne.
on a walk. Petite chien. Yeah, I parked over yonder.
Great. All right, bud. There's a truck coming. Let's sit for a sec. Sit.
Sit, boy.
It's all right. Just as long as he just stays right here, we're okay.
Yeah. You don't want dogs to get run over there.
All these Toyotas. I've got a Tundra, a new Tundra. Not new. I mean, it's 2004. But
Did you
it's
know the founder's name, his last name is actually Toyoda with a D?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's so strange that it's so similar. I guess that was intentional, huh? Maybe
Yeah.
his whole family just thought, Toyota won't sell anything, but make it partially a palindrome, and it works.
Sure. I also think, though, probably in Japanese, you can't tell the difference between the two sounds.
That might be a good point.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just like an Americanization then.
probably.
Yeah.
Are you the Chevy?
No, I'm all the way over yonder.
Okay.
I parked in the bushes. Actually, fly
Like
up.
a creep.
It's such a strange thing to have a car now, you know. Like I'm. That's part of the reason why I was a little late today, because I'm very slow with driving. So,
Oh, good.
You know, I'm just trying to be safe. That's all it is. That's my V right there.
Cool. Let me get that mic from you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right.
At Dr. Archilla on social medias.
Yeah. It's Archilla. There we go.
Oh, yeah. An hour and 18 minutes. Look at that. That's a fucking solid ass
That's a good one right there.
podcast.
Is that the name of your pod?
No, it's called the Luck Club.
Oh, like the Amy's Dance Club?
Joy Luck Club. Yeah, I mean, you know, but this is just about luck and joy. No, it's exactly. And we found that. Look at how lucky it was. We found that fucking that tunnel. That was amazing. That's, again, this is why.